give it a few seconds and then we'll get started. And I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm still a little under the weather, so got a cough I can't quite shake. You know, it's the one thing I do miss about Ustream is that we could stream without actually recording. As far as I know on YouTube, you have to record. Okay, let's get ourselves started. Sorry. Tonight we've got ourselves a Snake Draft Star Trek The Next Generation Portfolio Prints Series 1 and 2 archive boxes. Sponsored by Blowout Cards. Let's see. This is Series 1 here. Get ourselves. I forget who it was, but somebody had mentioned, you know, because it's an archive box, we know everything that's in here except for the sketch cards. There are supposed to be 2 sketch cards in each, you know, 2 in Series 1 and 2 in Series 2. I believe these the case toppers? Yeah. You know, it's funny. Hey, what's up, Russell? And cards and cantrips. I'm not sure who you are, but with my luck, if I did that, that would be the day that an archive box came up short. Alright, so here's our first comic cut, AC 65. Okay. How's it going tonight, Jeff? And then, you know, oh, there we go. I was going to say, these were awful thick. This is just 2 of the autograph parallels. I'm not going to... Two more of the autograph versions. One of the inserts. Oops. And our second one, AC 51. This is numbered 1 of 145. I can't even keep track. I think I only have one account. I can't even keep track of that. Two more autographed. maybe somebody who's a movie buff can help me out, but wasn't it in 2 more autographs? Wasn't it in Something About Mary where Ben Stiller picks up, I want to say it was Harland Williams was the actor, and he was like the serial killer. John Stewart or Stewart. And that's when, what was it, 7 Minute Abs? The workout video. And he was going to make 6 Minute Abs. Joey Oresco. And Ben Stiller was like, well, what if somebody comes out with 5 Minute Abs? And he went off on him. AC-29. Forgot to turn the ringer off on my phone. AC-75. Excuse me. Jeff, do you live in Philadelphia? I mean, I assume that the address that you have your stuff sent to is your place of business. Richard Cancino. I was curious, since you're, you know, right around the corner from me, relatively speaking. Julian D. Christopher. You know, I'm a little too young to remember, but my father's side of the family, they're from somewhere in the general vicinity. I know we always used to cross the Betsy Ross Bridge when we went to their house. AC-13. I always thought it was neat, the row homes. I was always used to being in a regular house. Kevin Conway. You can see people out there with their mowers for their little 3-foot square patch of grass that they had in their front stoops, off their stoops. Leon Rippey. I think I'm going to get this, not be the right person. That's not the guy from LA Law. Was it Benny? Hey Vinny, how you doing tonight? You ready for school to start back up? Lisa Wilcox. You know, it's been a while since I opened one of these. I don't know how many duplicate Peter Slutsker. Oh, I didn't really watch LA Law. I just remember Benny was the special guy that used to, I think he was like the mailman. AC-21. He was also the bad guy in Darkman. Like, not in the education field, Vinny? Completely switching? Or just a new, oh, okay. Charles Dennis. Nicholas Coster. I definitely recognize that face from other things. AC-19. AC1. Gotcha. You know, it's crazy, and I mean, I don't know how different it is in other parts of the country. Jamie Hubbard. My wife is actually on a really crazy roller coaster ride. She started out as a kindergarten teacher. Marina Sirtis, silver signature, and had worked her way. She was in a charter school and had worked her way up to actually being the principal of the school. And then the lady that she replaced as principal ended up complaining about the school, and because most of the children come from a depressed area and they're unfortunately not very well attended can't think of the word, but attentive at home. AC03, their test scores were below the state average, but they were better than all the sending districts that they came from, so they shut the school down. And my wife could not get back into a school. Daniel Riordan, I know a lot of people are against charter schools, so kind of figured that had something to do with it. She ended up running a daycare and she hated it, and she finally got herself back into a school, and she is a substitute teacher right now because nobody will hire her. And it's a shame too, because these are the parallel autographs. I think I might have this out. You know what? I got them mixed. These are non-autographed. This first couple. Okay. And then these are the autographed. Got my piles backwards. AC 25. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem, is that they're definitely, when her her experience was a charter school for, geez, I'm trying to think, how long was she there? 15 years? But a regular school wouldn't even look at her. And now it's the exact opposite. Glenn Morshower. Now they take all the teachers right out of college, and the ones with the experience they don't want, because they like to start them low and mold them the way they want them. Robert Nepper. Boy, that doesn't look like the guy from the Twin Peaks picture. And silver signature, Jonathan Frakes. She actually had one school that she applied to. The principal wouldn't hire her because she was more qualified than the principal of the school. And she actually told her that. David Lander. Robert Schenken. I tell you, this picture, because they use one of these close-ups, I don't know what the deal is with his neck and the collar. You know what? I never watched Prison Break. that Fox TV show with Dominic Purcell, Daniel Davis. My son and I were actually trying to watch the second one that they came out with, but it wasn't nearly, I don't know, it didn't grab me. Bob Gunton. Tasia Valenza. And they also had, can't think of his name, the other guy from Legends of Tomorrow. The Snort. Here's Whoopi. Can't think of his name offhand. Brooke Bundy. JC Brandy. Stephanie Erb. I can't remember. Did they ever release a Dwight Schultz autograph for Next Generation? Yeah, there very well could be one in here and I don't know it. Juliana Donald. That's it, Wentworth. Wentworth Miller. I know Cryptozoic got him and Dominic Purcell, I think. Licia Naff. Patty Tippo. You know, it's funny. I watched every Arrowverse show except for Arrow, and I'm contemplating binging it since it's over. Okay. I would just want it because of the A-Team, Dwight Schultz. Karen Landry. Rosalind Landor. I mean, I watch all the crossovers. You know what? I don't watch Supergirl either. So, George Baxter. I almost don't count that one only because they that one kind of got put on them since they got rid of it from CBS. But Flash, Legends, Black Lightning. I actually got my wife to watch Black Lightning. Rudolph Wilrich. Jennifer Edwards. Joanna Miles. Cindy Sorensen. Salome Jens. Deirdre Emersheen. I don't know. I didn't think it was weird. I mean, the only thing about it is that it tries to get a little bit too racist. I mean, I understand it's, you know, a black superhero in a, you know, in a it's not a ghetto that they live in. Gina Hecht, it's got some really seedy areas. Leonard John Crowfoot. Dan Shore. Well, I tell you what, if my parents had superpowers and I didn't, I'd be pissed off that I did not get superpowers. Randy Oglesby. Leo Garcia. How about different station, different company? But do any of you watch Brent Spiner Silver Signature? Watch Cloak and Dagger? You know, it's funny. I watched that movie with my son, and I actually enjoy it. If it's on TV, if I'm flipping channels, I will stop and watch it for a while. With my luck, I'd be that kid that all he can do is glow. I'd have no, like, real power. Mark Buckland. Really enjoyed season 1. Season 2 actually finished a while ago, but my wife actually watches that one with me too. Lou Wagner. So when we are, but when we're both in front of a television and actually sit down and watch TV together is very rare. So we still have like 8 more episodes to go. Sterling Macer Jr. Actually, it'd probably be more like I would be, oh god, what was their names? Was it the Wonder Twins? Jaina was the girl. She could transform into any animal, and then he could like transform into like a pail of water. John Cothran Jr. That'd be me. No, I'd be Glick. There's something on that. I don't know if it's in the... Stephen Rankin. K-Dramas. I have no idea what that is. Joel Sweetow. I mentioned in one. That was it for box 1 for box A. So sketches are in box B. You know, it's funny. I mentioned in one of the last break or the break before that I did I started rewatching Bleach, which was an anime that I used to love watching a few years back. I think I'm about 70 episodes in, give or take. So when I'm done that, I'll move on to something else. But the only problem is with Bleach, I think there was over 300 episodes. Now here's the metal R11. This is numbered 84 of 100. This is, oops, it's upside down too. That's exclusive to the archive box. And then here's our dual Frakes Certus autograph. Say it every time, please, 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 Rittenhouse. Finish using up these stickers and move on to something a little bit smaller. I started rewatching the original Dragon Ball with my daughter, but she kind of gave up on it, so I stopped because I had already seen it once. So then these are the, I forget which are which, the comic covers. I know it all goes to the same spot. This is one of the gold signatures. Tell you what, forget Dragon Ball. Have you ever, Jeff? Have you ever seen Bleach? Now that's the one that can be pretty perverted. I'm watching the subtitle version before. Originally I watched the dubbed version. But I can't imagine that they I don't remember the same language that they used in this, you know, in the dub version. All right, not like it matters too much, but we do have a damaged card. This is one of the comic covers. I don't know if it's even going to show through, but there's like lines on it. Like I don't know if it just got caught in something. I don't know if I can get it to reflect. There you go. See that? There's one on the bottom right there. Then there's one coming up along this line here. There, just catch it. And then there's a faint line that goes pretty much right across the middle of it. That one's not going to show up. Excuse me. Yeah, I enjoyed most of Bleach. I've seen, actually no, I didn't see all of, what was it, Dragon Ball GT? And then there was another one, I can't remember the other one was, where they could turn into these, like, whatever their level was, it was like a monkey. And then I'm watching the one that's on now, Dragon Ball Super, which I don't know if that is an old one that they're just replaying now. I've never seen it before. I used to enjoy watching a lot of the shows that were on Adult Swim or Toonami late at night on the Cartoon Channel. It was good stuff to go to bed to. Oh, I have that movie on VHS. I was just talking about TV shows. I have Fist of the North Star, and I have Akira. I have, I can't remember the name of it, but there were these ones my buddy had that we watched. They were, I mean, it was straight up porn. With demons and people killing stuff, and Not sure if I've ever seen Mindhunter. Oh, here's our first sketch. When I just finally discovered Tubi on the Roku, that's when I started watching Bleach, and they have a couple other shows. Alright, the first sketch is Leon Brajos. But I used to like, figured after Bleach there's Yu Yu Hakusho. Probably end up watching that. I thought Death Note was pretty cool. The live action movie that they made of it was not very good at all. Did they ever make a second season of One Punch Man? I love that show. I thought that was funny as anything. Our second sketch, I think our first sketch was right like a pack or two before this, so they put them back to back. Second sketch should be right around here. Nope, not yet. Excuse me again. I'm probably not going to be able to get the scans up until tomorrow because I'm still not really feeling the best. So as soon as I'm done opening these, I'm gonna head right off to bed. Something just kind of hit me kind of quick. I think they still have more of these. If you look in my Get to Know Your Group Break host thread, I think I want to say it was George was asking about doing the first Deep Space Nine Rittenhouse product, was just called the Complete DS9. I don't know. I never opened it. I mean, I know the design of the autographs I like because it's the wormhole design. But for Star Trek, there's sketch number 2. Oh, not signed on the back. Ganetta. I think that's what that says. Having trouble reading it. But for archive boxes, I think the only ones that they have again the original or the Complete DS9. They have I think they have more of these, and they have Captain's Collection. But personally, I think Captain's Collection is too expensive. It's I think it's $1,500 for a box. I mean, you are guaranteed a couple of the original excuse me, because it is original series. This is a very nicely detailed sketch number 1. Let me go to the corner. Yeah, was it Terso, I think is the first name? I'd have to look it up. I don't remember. Second sketch. Very nice. So this one, like I said, Leon Brajos, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Okay, that is it for series 1. I'm gonna do this all in one video. Just need to move these out of the way. Excuse my arm. No, and I don't remember. Sometimes there's like weird restrictions. Like when we did, oh geez, I'm trying to remember. Sometimes, you know, like they might not be allowed to do certain characters, or they can't do whatever. Kind of like they did the same thing on Game of Thrones, where they could only do scenes or landscapes or objects. They couldn't do people. There's the other case toppers, 2 and 4. I forget in the break, do I have, I think I did all base and inserts in one spot, right? I didn't separate it. Yeah, or it's all combined. Now, I don't think, I'm not sure if any of you were in the Twilight Zone break. I'm surprised Blowout hasn't, unless they just did it, you know, in the last, 2 or 3 days. But I have not seen the Twilight Zone archive box go up. I personally don't think it's worth it. I mean, the ones that I've seen sell, like on eBay, because it's really just one card, the one exclusive card. I mean, the printing plates are going to be pretty uneventful. That is true. Oh, there's our first sketch already. Looks like that says Lee Lightfoot. Yeah, no, I like the autos. It's just you got to be. Oh, there's sketch number 2. Adam and Becca Cleveland. But because the autograph lists the number of signings, oh God, no. I've trying to think. I don't think in Rittenhouse I've never pulled a cut auto. Period. Not counting, like inflections are guaranteed 1 per case. That I don't count that. And the one James Bond archive box where you get the Sean Connery cut. I did a couple of those. But to get the who was it? Well, there's a James Doohan, I think, in one of them, and Kovacs, is that the name? He was a Mel, Mel's Diner, Mel from Alice. I think that was the actor. He has a cut, and then in the original series Captain's Collection, there's a special wardrobe card. I can't remember the actress's name. Yeah, I think she has a cut in that also. I did see somebody at the Philly show who had pulled one, and it was really cool because it was on a dollar bill. I just thought that was really neat that they had put the dollar bill in a card. And then long before my time of doing breaks, but there was the one product that had the Roddenberry cut. Sorry. Almost felt like 2 cards stuck together on that one. I mean, Vic Tayback, that's his name. Ah, that came to me. But it's still the guy I'm thinking of. Just had the wrong name at first. Okay, that is it for box A. You want to see the sketches now, or should I wait until the very end? No patience. Here's a Spiner Crosby duel. And then the other archive exclusive metal card of Q. Okay. This is Adam and Becca Cleveland. And I don't know how they get so much detail on such a little piece of cardboard. Lee Lightfoot. Let me. Alright. Now for all the autographs. Jennifer Nash. They sit there with a single hair bristle and a jeweler's loop. Silver signature of Michael Dorn. Patricia Tallman. Pamela Winslow. I think I like this comic cut. Marnie Mossaman. Michael Aaron. And AC64. Big close-up of Jordy. Excuse me. Dennis Cockrum. Was LeVar Burton in this? I know we opened up. What did we open up an archive box of that he was in? It was Next Generation Heroes and Villains. Lanai Chapman. But I think there wasn't Gates McFadden in that one. And I know Gates McFadden is in this one. AC62. Because her and Patrick Stewart were in Series 2. If I remember correctly, since we also didn't open them, get them out of Series 1. Michael Champion. Marcus Nash. AC44. Oh. James Sloyan. Yeah, I know they're not for everybody. AC6. Did they skip number these? I'm not paying super close attention, but like, are they all? Yeah, these are all even numbered. I'm guessing all the comic cuts we pulled in the first series were all odds. Yeah, they skip numbered them. Oh, sorry. Silver signature, Gates McFadden. You know, I'm guessing that these aren't very valuable comics that they're taking them from. Madchin Amick. But I would think it would make sense to use the cover. I know the Marvel, like some of those Marvel ones that Upper Deck makes, Stephanie Beacham, that they usually, you know, pick up some really beat up books that probably don't even have a cover on them, so it's not possible. But, you know, Upper Deck makes those fake patches of the, whatever you call the little thing up in the corner, the white square where there's usually like a little picture of the main character. And so, I mean, why not have a real one? Saxon Trainer. The one I didn't look at every one of them, but the ones that I looked at the back of, they all said DC. Let's see. Oh no, these don't say. I know I saw something that said DC. Maybe it was in the first one. Nah, it's gonna kill me now. I know I saw it somewhere. I guess I'm just imagining things. I could have sworn I saw a DC logo somewhere. Oh, duh. It's on these inserts. So I figured that these are where they're coming from. I knew I saw him somewhere. Eric Anderson. But those Star Trek books, weren't they in like the early 80s? Late 70s? Like when the movies were out? Because AC66. I mean, if you really want to go, didn't they have the original series? Were they Gold Key that did them? AC40. Brian Brophy. Peter Paros. Oops. Was Malibu owned by one of the other companies? I don't know. My comic knowledge is pretty... Oh, there, well, there you go. My comic knowledge is pretty limited. Diedrich Bader. Oh, yeah. I didn't know he was in Next Generation. I always liked him. Thought he was funny. Samantha Egger. And he did the voice of Batman a lot, right? In some of the animated series. AC-16. Trying to figure out what... I guess it's upright that way. And some fighting, so it's a little out of whack. Spencer Garrett. Wayne Grace. AC-12. Ned Vaughn. AC-24. Silver signature, Denise Crosby. So how much longer do you think we're going to have to wait before Cryptozoic starts to roll out some more information on the CZX superhero, DC superheroes and supervillains? AC-50,